Thank you. Welcome to the Chelsea Football Fancast, fuelled by Guinness, powered by celery, and the show that has been laughing out loud at Arsenal. Oh yes, I am Stanford Chidge, and the name of tonight's show is the Chelsea Football Fancast, Spanking the Arse. It had to be done, didn't it? Oh, but I tell you what, actually, I did have another title. I'm going to throw this your way because you might remember this, but I was actually going to call tonight's show Springtime for Wenger in Purgatory.
Clever, you see, because it's the producers.
It is. Thank you.
I get it as well.
Okay,
Kieran
thank you.
Estelle, and it was in the West End.
It was enough.
Hit.
Now,
That's
anyway.
got to be the earliest you've got an over-the-head gag, though.
I have. That's the earliest I've done an over-the-head gag. How about that? That's a record.
It doesn't go over my head, though. No. Ought not to, because it's a classic film. So not to go over anybody's head.
I know it as well.
Exactly, Darren knows it.
And it flopped, didn't it? Much like this. So.
No, it didn't. It didn't. It was an enormous.
I know, it was meant to flop, sorry. It was meant to flop.
Itself was supposed to
15 minutes under Arsene Wenger's Tuesday.
Enough! Right, what a top week, and in particular a top day on Saturday. I don't think many of us would have predicted an annihilation, I have to be careful how I say that, an annihilation of Arsenal on that scale. I seriously, genuinely haven't laughed that much during a football match, ever, actually. So there we go. Brilliant display and an even better result. And perfect timing on Arsene Wenger's 1,000th match. Arsene Wenger, we want you to stay. There'll be more of that later. Now, before all of that, of course, we dismissed Galatasaray without even breaking sweat in the middle of last week to reach the quarterfinals of Big Cup, where we will face PSG, and we gave a proper old send-off to Didier Drogba in the process. It was a fantastic week. It was great fun. Now, joining me tonight, we have the legend that is Pablo.
Hello.
You've got a very kind of like retro kind of looking pink thing there. What's all that about?
Not really sure.
Okay.
Isn't it?
I thought I'd better ask.
Like a 1902.
And there we go.
shirt.
He didn't need an intro. This man needs no introduction. He does his own introductions. It is Jonathan Kidd. How are you, mate?
Did you notice my very happy clapping at the very
Happy
beginning?
clapping?
Yeah,
You're a happy clapper.
I'm a happy clapper.
Yeah.
Because I love the sight of both Mancini and Wenger slumped, thinking, I can't do anything.
I know, it's brilliant.
I can't do what am I going to do? I've used this. I can't do anything at all.
It's lovely, isn't it lovely? You've got a very kind of crushed velvet 1960s jacket. You and
enough.
Pablo are looking a bit retro 60s
Funnily enough,
tonight.
I've actually just... I better not talk about this because it's going off on a tangent.
At least you
but
can do it up.
I've just been on a casting.
Have you?
Yeah, for a Royal Insurance ad.
Whose casting couch have you been on?
We had to... wasn't a couch. We had to improvise.
Improv,
yeah,
as we call it in the
yes,
biz.
we do. Well, actually, I call it impro because I'm a bit English. But yeah, I improvise a silly character. An 1860s Victorian, and I just put him to me like that, as one would, and that's what I went up for. And I won't get it because I look nothing like the sketch that they had of the person. So
Yeah, you know what they say, don't you, Jonathan?
What?
Don't call us.
Yeah, indeed,
We'll call you.
we'll call you. Yeah, but thank you.
Now,
yeah, I'm very happy. Sorry,
you
Darren.
done?
Sorry, Darren.
Can I
Sorry.
introduce our fourth?
Yeah, please do.
Give yourself for an ad break now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Actually, sorry, we were going to introduce Darren, but that is in fact the end of the show, people.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Bye, everybody.
Listen, I've got to say, look at this. Look at this. He looks like a gangstar, man.
Can I
Look
also
at
say,
this.
it's really great to have him here because he was on the bench.
I know. Well, I thought
And
no
the week
more of that.
before.
And the week before, sorry,
Alright.
yeah, of course you would. It's love to have you here, Dan.
He's paid his dues,
It's good to be
Jonathan.
next to Jonathan again. It's been
it's been a long
few
time.
weeks.
Yeah,
And
it
so,
has.
look, number
At least
one,
3 weeks.
Darren is looking massively dapper. I like nice blue suit. I'm liking this. Secondly, I took Pablo's instructions on Saturday, and Jonathan and I are banned from sitting next to each other.
Yes.
There'll be no more silliness on this show.
Never again. That's
Okay,
it.
but anyway, that is us for tonight. We've also got the fantastic, brilliant, superb benches, and this is them. We've got the hardcore in tonight.
Can I say it's the essence of benches?
It is.
isn't
They
it?
are the essence of benches.
Yes. Yeah, it
I
is.
can smell
It is.
their essence from over here, mate. But we have, in no particular order, we have my favouriteest chef in the world, Mr. Andy Silverman. We have the legend, the gaffer, Gary Bailey, back in the house. Hello, mate. And last but by no means least, Dan Sills.
Hey.
Dan Silver, even. I was about to read his Twitter name out. Mate, good to see you. I saw you briefly on Saturday, didn't I?
We did, yeah, just on the way to the game.
It was lovely stuff. Anyway, we're hopefully going to be hearing lots and lots from them tonight. Now, if you lot out in TV land want to be on the benches, all you have to do is you have to send us an email to chelseafancast@gmail.com and we will organise it. Now, during the show, Darren and I will do our best to keep in touch with you by Twitter, and I hope you tweet us into the show @ChelseaFancast. And of course, if you're in the Mixler chat room, Darren's on the iPad. He's talking to you and abusing you now, hopefully, But if you want to join in with all of that, and I mean, you can listen on Mixlr live. I mean, sometimes it sounds a bit dodgy, but you can always post on Mixlr and listen to us whilst you watch the show on sportstonightlive.com. But anyway, the URL is mixlr.com/Chelsea-fancast. So there you go. Now, massively packed show tonight. We're obviously going to have a look at Ross's ratings for both the Arsenal and the Galatasaray games. We're going to discuss how Jose got his tactics spot on against Arsenal. And we'll also be asking, does this, where does this result leave us in the title race? It's going to play up quite interestingly, I think. And of course, when we talk about the Galatasaray game, we're going to be asking, is Frank Lampard more suited to the pace of European football after his excellent display in the match against Galatasaray? Because I'm a professional and they are amateurs, I can still do this while they're trying to make me corpse. Now, we do have a double dose.
Do they understand corpse? Can you tell them the theatrical
nature? Is
of
basically when you
it?
lose the plot.
And because it's death on stage.
It is death on stage. Now, I apparently, after a session in the pub with Mr. Cundy on Saturday, Pablo turned up to say that I had made absolutely no sense because I was so battered. So I still managed to go on with some of that. Now, double dose of fannies, very important. Double dose of fannies this week, both for Arsenal and the Galatasaray games. We're going to allow them both to have their say. So we'll be awarding our Man of the Match, Chant of the Match, Celery and Guinness moments there. Now, you've got about 23 minutes to go before the voting closes. So you need to go to chelseafancast.com/the-fannies. Get those votes in. They will all count if you do it on the website. So there you go. Now, throughout the show, make sure you tweet us. If you want to phone call us, just go and Skype us. Skype address is chelsea.fancast. Get involved in Mixlr. It's all about you, not about us. We want to hear from you. Enough. Time to have a look at one of the funniest games ever. Whoa, Mr. Ons, I thought I hit the button. Dearie me, guys. Every week I do that.
I like it, though.
I know, they must think I do it deliberately. I don't do it deliberately. It purely is stupidity.
We should do a whole part of the show with it going on.
It would sound
like
a bit
that.
weird.
Well,
after.
we could all make I
thought we did anyway. Right, okay, now, first thing we've got to start with, blistering. He was amazing. We were just going mental up where we were. But, blistering start, 2 up inside 10 minutes. The game was effectively all over after that Schürrle goal. But, it just shows the benefit, I think, of scoring an early goal.
Totally.
Eto'o walloping that goal in early doors.
What a wonderful goal that was.
His confidence goes up.
He knew where the goal was and where the Arsenal fans were.
I like that. That's really good punchy. He knew where the goals were. He did look a bit like Ron Manager in that suit, actually. He knew where the goals were and he knew where the Arsenal fans were too.
He must have deliberately been just trying to annoy them. He had to be. They weren't the closest fans to him. The Chelsea fans were.
I know.
Well, the celebration, you mean?
He does that a lot.
Yeah,
but I thought he did his groin celebrating.
He does a whole load.
When did he do his
When he jumped over
hamstring
Chesney,
problem.
I think, when he was first through a goal, and he went over to Chesney when Chesney got the ball. But yeah, what a finish to have all that time when the ball came to him to wait for the defenders to get there and then turn inside and just curl it in the corner.
This just shows how two-footed he is.
But we were.
Don't lose it, do you?
And the confidence he had, I would have panicked and did it first on my right. But
we were right at them from the word go, and we'll talk about that in the second part, I think. But obviously we can't let one of. We were talking about it before the show started, but Arsenal threw the towel in after that second goal. There is no doubt. Anybody in the media or any Arsenal fan who has the barefaced cheek to come out and say that they lost that match because of the sending off needs to have a serious long look at them.
I don't think anyone really has.
Well, I've seen a lot of it. The media are all giving it some. But, was that not one of the funniest things you've ever seen on a football pitch?
Well, the red card.
The red card.
I didn't notice it at first, actually what had happened. It was only a couple of Arsenal players went to the ref immediately afterwards straight away, and I thought they were going on about a foul earlier up on the pitch. Then Chelsea all started complaining as well, and suddenly there was a red card and everyone was very annoyed. But I didn't actually.
Did you see the dive?
The ref.
Because we're in about the same position, really.
But I was the only one, actually, amongst all the people watching. I said it's just been palmed round the post.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it because it's right in that angle. And I said somebody just palmed it round the post, and the referee didn't give. He gave a corner, didn't he initially?
Yeah.
So who told him? If the person surely.
It must have been in his ear.
But then it must have been the fourth official. I didn't know the fourth official got involved.
I saw, Chamberlain diving, but I thought he'd headed it. That's what I couldn't.
We were
a long way away.
It was missing, and I thought it was going past the post, and actually he's tried to head it, but he's now palmed it.
Credit to him, he never tried to, but he just puts it there to make it look like
that's what he did.
It was very deceptive.
Here's the thing: how on earth, though? I mean, how on earth can a referee, mistake Oxlade-Chamberlain for Kieran Gibbs? I mean,
I don't think he did it on the information that he was given, wasn't
so
it?
basically, that's what happened.
None of them saw it. None of them knew what was going on. Not the linesman.
But he was looking at it, Pablo.
But he thought it was a corner, so he didn't have to register. He didn't have to make a bet.
If he didn't give the penalty, he obviously didn't see who it was. And to be honest, if you got a bunch of players coming up to you saying it wasn't him, it was me, and you've already made your decision.
But I mean, Oxlade-Chamberlain actually went up to him and said, "It was me, ref. Send me off."
Really, what a pompous idiot, really.
If you've already sent someone off, you can't just change your mind there.
No, you can.
Yeah, I know, but equally, like if it came out afterwards and all the Arsenal players decided actually we benefit from having this player.
That's what they did. They benefited from having Oxlade-Chamberlain on.
Benches, what do you? I mean, is that one of the funniest things you've ever seen on a football pitch? I mean, for me it was. What do you reckon, Dan?
Yeah, hilarious. I mean, I saw a handball from Iowa City. He definitely reached out, and I said, "Oh, that's Oxlade-Chamberlain." And then Gibbs, what's going on? I said to my mate, refs haven't been there. It's quite clearly Oxlade-Chamberlain because they're very different players.
Yeah.
That's why Gibbs was objecting, wasn't he? But I thought it was
he was having a paddy. All I saw was him having a tantrum.
I thought he was going, I haven't handled it. You think, no, of course we've handled it, and then realised
the guy next to me, Danny, he said he thought it was Oxlade-Chamberlain that did it. I couldn't actually tell, but I did say that at the time, though. Because of how annoyed Gibbs was, it either wasn't a handball or it wasn't him. I thought I thought he must have made a mistake. I thought it couldn't have been a handball.
Well, you know what? I mean, either way, it was. I mean, honestly, I was laughing already at the goals, and then that happened, and the comedy was. It was just. I mean, we were literally crying with laughter up in Gate 17 where we were. It was fantastic. Anyway, we're going to have to carry on lots and lots and lots of this after the break, but there's going to be some great stuff. We've got Ross's ratings and a little bit of talk about Jose's tactics, which I thought actually really led to us winning so brilliantly. Anyway, we'll be back after this very, very short break.